Hi everyone, it's July 4th and I'm wearing my red, white, and blue shirt in honor of July 4th and back to talk a little bit more about Ship of Fools by Katherine Anne Porter. And today I'll be focusing on pages 267 to 274. And in this vignette, Frau Rittersdorf is making her usual snobbish observations in her journal when she's approached by Tito, the manager of the Zarzuela company, who wants to sell her a ticket for their great fiesta. Now, she remembers a couple of evenings before dancing with him, she still blushes when she thinks about it, because he had spirited her away like a cloud, it says, in the lightest, surest, gentlest embrace she had ever known. Anyway, Frau Rittersdorf refuses to buy a ticket from Tito and gives him a lecture at the same time, saying how inappropriate the whole thing is and that persons of the best society, she says, behave otherwise. He yells at her and calls her a stinking German sausage made of old women's behinds, and the Zarzuela company erupts in laughter. She turns to Lizzie and says, "What can one do with such people?" And Lizzie says, "One can always dance with them." And then Frau Rittersdorf takes up her diary again and writes about Frau Schmidt, who always keeps her waiting while she dresses and powders her face. Then she writes, she must be on guard against certain low elements on the ship. And the vignette ends with Frau Rittersdorf writing, "I suppose this is all necessary, and the meaning of it will become clear later." So what we now know, even though Frau Rittersdorf doesn't seem to know it about herself, is that she herself is a low element. It is mentioned that she grew up in poverty. This is why Tito approaches her, because he recognizes one of his own. This is why her dance with him is so pleasurable as well. Also why she remembers her husband in an apostolic light with a rainbow aureole around his head, because he was so far above her. This is also why Frau Schmidt keeps her waiting and doesn't care about her feelings, almost like she's treating her like a servant waiting in the background, because she knows she's inferior to her. Also, in another vignette, I believe she pushes all of Frau Rittersdorf's things aside, because that's how she regards her. It's not on the same level as she is. And at the end, when she says the meaning of this will become clear later, after strange thoughts are sort of colliding and bumping around in her head, she really she really can know the meaning of it now, but she just doesn't want to think about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it later. But it's never going to become clear. It could become clear to her now if she gave it some more thought, but she just won't. She won't admit, and she won't face who and what she really is.